I've been a student of leadership my whole life. I've read a lot of leadership. I have a doctorate in leadership. But I've learned mainly through making mistakes, But I think the number one thing a leader has to do for success is to create a healthy culture in their organization. And here's why. A healthy culture, first of all, will create this balance, between people are empowered and yet they're held together by the values. So the first thing we did with the city is we created 5 values, okay? The leadership team got together and we said, okay, what's the glue that's going to hold us together? Because once we have that glue together, you guys are stallions and you're off running, okay? I'm going to give you overall direction, but I'm not going to tell you how to do your job, and I'm not going to micromanage you, okay? And so let's see. So I'll see how many I can remember. Boldly proactive, respectfully compassionate, creatively frugal, surprisingly responsive, and there's one more. I usually get 4 of the 5, but those are our values. So those are the things we strive for, okay? So if it's city services, how do we be surprisingly responsive? How do we be boldly proactive? How do we be creatively frugal, okay?
Yeah.
So I'll give an example, creatively frugal. So we went to expand City Hall because we were bursting at the seams. The architects come back and the first is $5 million. We said, no, it's too much, okay? This is a great building. We want to improve it, but our budget's 2.5. And they came back with a 2.5, and you know something? It's awesome.
Yeah.
And
really
we
nice.
had saved up half the money already, so the impact on taxes was negligible.
Yeah.
But that building will last for 50 years. So the point is we creatively frugal means we're going to be frugal, but we're going to be creative to find a way to get it done in a fiscally responsible manner. So in a culture, you identify the values. That's the glues that hold you together. We don't violate those values, and then you want to give them a lot of leeway to become leaders themselves.
Yeah.
So when you create a culture that's based upon things like trust, empowerment, pride, integrity, and that's why, when we're in meetings, I say, listen, I know this, I may be a friend with this person, but that in no way is going to impact how you treat them, because we're serving citizens, and we have something bigger than any kind of personal relationship, and that's the well-being of our city and our citizens. And so when you talk that way, then somebody like Vicky, she's tough, and she's and she's tough on everybody, and that's good because we want high standards because we should for the city, but at the same time we want to find solutions. So you model this in building, and then you hire people that you feel fit your culture. But what happens is it attracts those people.
Yeah.
And so that's why creating culture.